And we're going to tune in with the mantra. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the inner light, the inner teacher, the inner guru 3 times. And so let's take a deep breath in to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Take a deep breath in and hold. Create some space and drop into that space beyond your mind, beyond your body, beyond your emotions. A space to receive. So the 4th sutra, understand with compassion or you will misunderstand the times. And so it's very interesting to read about this sutra because it says to give up your passion and trade passion for compassion. Passion can be up and down and, you know, very highs and very lows and very using a lot of energy basically. And compassion is more stable. It's more of a stable energy. And so for some of us, maybe it's like, what, you know, give up passion? And but to give up, you know, say passion for compassion, to replace it with compassion means that, yeah, I'm very stable, and to come from the heart. Passion can be very high and very low and connected very much to emotions and the external circumstances and driven by the senses. And the senses, then we become a slave to the senses. But in order to bring the senses, the wild horses, under control, then I replace passion with compassion. And in this beautiful place of compassion, the heart chakra can be open to everyone and can make that connection with everyone. And then when I speak, the words that I speak that come from the heart, you know, they might be very strong, but they will be like an arrow that hits. Yeah, an arrow that hits. And so that I can give the message, and this is the time of, you know, being able to walk with the sword of truth and to use that sword with compassion, not passion, you know, for it to be stable and strong so that I can be stable and strong. And so what is the sacrifice? Passion. My earthly requirements, my earthly needs, my earthly desires driven by the senses. We've been doing that for so long, guys. We've been doing it for so long. And it has been fed to us through the matrix. Everything, all of our behaviors, even the way we have these passions and we have the desires is fed through the matrix. Where has it come from? From a system that is not designed to empower. But what happens is I become addicted. Yeah, the system gets me addicted to what? To sex, to drugs, to alcohol, to this high living. Because when I am addicted, I am weak. And I am a slave to the system, to the matrix. And so it's really about taking back my power. And I might have to make some sacrifices to those addictions that seemingly bring me so much pleasure. But really ask yourself, how long does it last before you are looking for the next passion, the next bit of excitement? Yeah. How long does it last? And so through compassion, I can open the heart. I can open up to sacredness, to sacred relationships, and drop all of those stories that have come from the matrix. And so this is a very, very powerful sutra, and one that we in the house are going to practice for the next 40 days as a sadhana. And so you are most welcome to join us. I know some of you are already on 40-day sadhanas. And so this will be one that you can do when you finish those ones, you know. Or if you're only doing one, you can add this one to it. But maybe you don't want to do too many at once, all right? Otherwise you might explode. Okay? But for sure, this is one that I recommend that you get in your field to really tame the mind and to really tame the senses and to really tame the earthly physical desires, which are temporary, and connected to the senses and connected to the lower triangle, connected to the reptilian brain, connected to the matrix of the Piscean age. Where are you going? Where do you want to go? And so it's very, very powerful to think about this slide. And this Kriya Wow, it's a beautiful meditation. Wow, when I practice this, I really start to get lost in another space and have to bring myself back in my body. So it's a great one, even for you guys. It's a very simple mudra, bit of a complicated mantra, but it really expands the heart, really expands the heart. But make sure, and you'll know, because you'll go out of sync, yeah, when suddenly you feel like, whoa, you're kind of drifting away, because what we need to do is ground that frequency here in the body, in the third dimension. Don't disappear, yeah? You know, it's like to bring it in, bring it into your body, into every cell, into your heart. We bring that frequency here. And so you'll know when you're disappearing, because the mudra will suddenly be wrong. And I'm speaking from experience. This has happened to me with this one. And I've really had to focus, and it's actually quite simple, not that difficult. But wow, can really feel the expansion from it. So the mantra, guys, I have typed in for you. And so if you have a look, yeah, you'll see it there. And you'll see it's quite a long, perhaps a little bit of a complicated mantra. Those of you that know this, it's Rakhay, rakhanahaar. Rakhay, rakhanahaar, ubaarian. It's not such an easy one. Guriki ke pai pajakasavarian. So it's kind of like a little bit complicated. And as you go through this, now this is how I learned it, and I feel that this is one of the best ways to learn it, okay? Because I have to learn in like layman's terms, which means the simplest way ever, okay? And so basically, this is my tip, is that you la it, you la la, yeah? La, 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 like that, right? Because you'll hear the melody, yeah? And so la, 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 you la it, yeah? And so as you're lowering it, the tip of the tongue is hitting the roof of the mouth, which is really important, because that's what we do in the mantra. Also is the tongue hits the roof of the mouth. And then you'll start to pick up some words as well. And so then you'll start to add a few words as we're going through, because, you know, the mantra is quite repetitive. And another thing, I would simply say to you, remember the first line and the last line. Yeah, and then the ones in the middle will come. And the first line and the last line are not so complicated, I don't think, yeah? So the first line is Rakhay, rakhanahaar, ubaarian. So remember, that is always the first line. You'll hear the Rakhay, rakhanahaar, that bit, Rakhay, rakhanahaar, ubaarian. That's the first line. Okay, I want you to remember that. You need to know that your hands are going to be in a certain position when you hear that one, right? Rakhay, rakhanahaar, ubaarian. And the last line, just a simmarata sukha hoy sagale dukha jai. Yeah, just a simmarata sukha hoy sagale dukha jai. Don't try and like memorize it now. You'll hear it though, right? So to each, to each verse, the hand position changes to each verse. So how it goes, it's like this. We're going to first of all take the hands, and you're going to cross your middle finger over your first finger. So Saturn comes over Jupiter, okay? And so you cross, like you do when you're crossing your fingers for good luck. I think that's what you do, right? Yeah, right. Okay, and then the other two fingers, like your ring finger and your pinky finger, are together. Okay, and then you're going to take your thumb over to the mound of the pinky finger. That's kind of like the bottom bit of your pinky finger. It's going to go over and press on the mound, the soft bit of your pinky finger. Got it? Okay, so that's it. We're going to hold this the whole time, okay? And then we start with the hands crossed over the heart here. Doesn't matter which way they cross, whichever way feels good for you is good, okay? It's not so important. And we sing, yeah? We sing. Or you can just lar it. Remember, you can just lar it, right? But, the first verse is Rakhay, rakhanahaar, ubaarian. So your hands always want to be here. This is the beginning of the mantra. They're going to be here. And then for each verse, we change. So Rakhay, rakhanahaar, ubaarian. Next verse, the hands are going to come to here. Okay. Next verse, they're going to come back up to here. And remember that last verse? Remember the last verse? So the last verse, just Simarata Sukha Hoy Sagale Dukkha Jai, right? That last verse is sung twice. And we keep the hands here for 2 rounds, and they're going to come down quickly, and they're going to come back up again for Rakhay, rakhanahaar. So the end and the beginning is all you need to know, yeah? And obviously listen and watch what we're doing here. And so you can follow to begin with here. You can start to la the melody and the mantra. You can maybe start to add a few words. But, if you're doing this for a 40-day sadhana, you will know it by the end of the 40 days. And the mantra is there. I'm going to upload it for you guys on the group page so you will get it. And I'll also upload the meaning of it. So especially if you want to do it for a 40-day sadhana. It is amazing. Don't worry that you're laring it. It's still equally, you will feel the power in this. Yeah, just allow the words to penetrate you. They will come. They will come. So don't get too stuck in your mind about, oh, I got to know each word and all of this lot, yeah? But just stay focused. And so bring your hands over your heart in that mudra. So you've got the mudra, right? And cross your hands over your heart. Your eyes are just going to be closed and focused at third eye point when you know what you're doing, right? Obviously, just watch here to begin with. And, it's really beautiful when you do sort of like learn this mantra. It's really, really beautiful when you can chant the whole thing. But, have a nice journey getting to that point. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so what I'd really like is for the girls to come and sit around and join us here. If you'd like to come, girls, and sit and join. And so as long as we can do the mudra, and we're doing this so that we don't disturb each other. And so also you can come this side. Okay, so let's get ready. So just listen to the mantra to begin with and watch. And just allow the sound vibration to penetrate your cells, to penetrate your organs and your blood. And it's very beautiful, a very powerful protection mantra for the heart center.
Guru ki pere paaye
take a deep breath in and hold. You connect to every cell in your body, connect to your energy fields, expand. Gently bring your palms together at the heart center. Apply a little pressure, take your elbows out to the side. Breathing in and out of your navel point, focusing at the third eye. Coming into alignment with your Dharma. It's time for compassion. And so we finish with the blessing, the long-time son,